All right, good morning or good afternoon, depending on when you take time to look at this. I wanted to go over a couple of questions that were highly missed on yesterday's math perimeter and daily review 16-1. So the first question I want to go over was in the perimeter intro. It says that a farmer built a rectangular pen for his chickens. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead, that's no good, and draw the rectangular shape, the pen that the farmer is building. It is 12 feet long and 7 feet wide. So I'm going to go ahead and label. So here I have the rectangle from the farmer, which is 12 feet long, 7 feet wide. It says if he fenced all of the sides, so remember a fence is something that keeps things in. He has to fence in all of these sides. What is the perimeter of the farmer's fence? So here I'm going to go ahead and label the rest of his fence. Remember, as I'm working on finding perimeter, I should be using addition. I need to add up all of the sides that the farmer is going to use in order to know what the perimeter is. So I'm going to start with my equation. 12 plus 7 plus 12 plus 7. I have added all four of these numbers because these are the four sides for the equation. And so I need to go ahead and start adding up two of my numbers. So I'm going to start up here with 7 and 7 gives me 14. Then I have 12 and 12, which gives me 24. So I need to finish up my addition. I have 10 and 20, which gives me 30. I have 4 and 4, which gives me 8. 30 plus 8 is 38. The perimeter for the farmer's fencing is going to be 38 feet. So you guys did really good on that. So that perimeter problem says a book has a length of 5 inches and the width of 8 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and start by drawing my book. 5 inches and then 8 inches. It says, what is the perimeter of this book? Remember, perimeter is going all the way around. So I need to first finish up labeling my sides and then get ready to write the equation that with it. I have to add up all of the sides. That is what perimeter is. So P perimeter equals that side plus this side plus this side plus this side. I have four numbers because I have 14. I'm adding 10 plus 16. I have 26. The perimeter of that shape is 26 inches. P equals 26 inches. All right, so that was the last problem we needed to go over on that page. Now let's move on to the daily review page. So the daily review, overall, you did pretty well, but there are a couple questions that we need to go over. The first question I need to go over is Mr. Hugh has to be at work at 8:15. It takes him 20 minutes to get ready, 15 minutes to eat breakfast, and 36 minutes to drive to work. What time should he be ready? So here I'm going to use a number line to help me. And they gave me quite a bit of information in that problem. The first bit of information that was important told me that he has to be at work at 8:15. That's the time he has to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and write here 8:15. That is the end of my number line because he has to be at work at this time. So I'm going to label that at work. And so I'm going to go ahead and start jotting down some of the things it says. It says it takes him 15 minutes to eat. It takes him 20 minutes to get ready, and then it takes him 36-minute jump. So here, if I'm at 8 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and make this first jump my 15-minute jump because this is 8:15. So if I take away the 15 minutes, I'm just going to be left with 8 o'clock. So I'm going to take this jump away first, which was minus 15. I'm going to land on 8 o'clock. So now I'm going to take another jump. I'm going to take my 20-minute jump. So 8 o'clock minus 20. Here is when I have to know, well, how many minutes are in an hour? I have to know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. So I'm not really taking away from 8. I'm taking away from the whole 8 o'clock. It's 60 minutes. So I'm minusing my 20 really from this 60. So 20 minus 10, 60 minus 10 is 50. Minus 10 more is 40. So when I'm at 8 o'clock, I'm moving back to 7:40. So I've done my 20 minutes, but I'm not done yet because it also says that he has a 30-minute time to actually get there. So I'm still going to go ahead and make some jumps. I'm going to break my 30 up so that maybe it's a little bit smaller. And I'm going to first jump back 20. So if I have 40 and I jump back 20, what do I then land on? I'm going to land on 7:20. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and make my line down here so you can see the rest of it. I'm going to start off where I left off, which was 7:20. So here I broke this up into 20, 10, and 6. So now I'm going to make a minus 10 jump. I'm taking the 10 right here from the 20. So 7:20 minus 10 gives me 7:10. So I've taken the 20, the 10. Now I need to take up the 6. So 10 minus 6, the hour stays the same, gives me 7:04. So the time he needs to get up to start doing all these lists of things is 7:04. All right, got one more question to go over. That is the daily review, the very last question. The very last question said that Gilbert rode 41 miles on his bike on Saturday and 52 miles on Sunday. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and write out what Gilbert has done. G, he's riding these bike miles, 41. That was Saturday. And then he did it again, 52 on Sunday. I'm going to keep going with my reading. It says that Ben rode 44 miles on his bike on Saturday and 50 miles on Sunday. So that was Gilbert. Now we have Ben, who is also riding on Saturday and Sunday, but on Saturday he rides 44 miles. And then on Sunday, he rides 50 miles. The question asked me, well, which one of these gentlemen, Gilbert or Ben, rode the most miles? So in order to figure out who rode the most miles, I have to figure out how much did they ride on both days together. So I'm going to start off with Gilbert and his miles. His miles would be 41 plus 52. So I can show that in a couple of ways. We'll use base 10 for this one. I have 41, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 52, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 2. So now I'm ready to add it up. 1, 2, and 3, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 90 plus 3 more is 93. So now I know that Gilbert, he rode 93 miles on Saturday and Sunday combined. So now let's look at Ben. Ben has 44 plus 50. So for this one, I'm going to use a number line. I'm going to start at 50. I'm going to break up 44 into 2 jumps. So I'm going to make my first jump plus 40. 50 plus 40 gives me 90. So I've done my 40. Now I'm going to do my 4 plus 4 is 94. Ben has rode 4 miles. So who has rode the most miles? Ben has rode the most miles. He rode 1 more mile activity, and you also have a new daily review activity that you should be completing. Talk to you soon.